Welcome to Gaming Top Down. Today we're going to be looking at and unboxing Perch from Inside Up Games. This is an area control game where you will be placing birds out on different areas and also some of your opponent's birds. So let's go down to the table, open up this box, and see what everything looks like inside. Okay, down here at the table we have the box. You can see the game was published by Inside Up, designed by Doug Hetrick, with art and illustrations by Ari Oliver. The game plays 2 to 5 players, ages 14 plus in 45 to 60 minutes. And here is the back of the box. We'll also unbox the Kickstarter bonus stuff at the end, but I imagine everything else that's inside the box will match a retail version of the game. All right, so opening it up, let's see what's inside here. Okay, first up, I guess here are all of the Perch supporters that supported on day one. I don't think I'm on there, but kind of a cool touch that they do. We've got the rulebook here. Explains what is in the box. And then pretty basic stuff here. Setup. How the creatures work. Miniature bases. Different phases of the game. Putting birds in the bag. And then placing them out. There's actually quite a bit of text on each of these pages. I'm a little surprised, but there are some illustrations as well. Determining turn order, gaining control of creatures, what happens at the fountain, which is kind of like a central space, I believe. And that is it. Then just some stuff on the back. 2-player clarification, FAQ, end of game scoring. So not a very long rule book. I don't think there were page numbers actually, but only a few flips there. Okay, next up is 1, 2, 3. Oh, and I did flip the board upside down, which was maybe not smart. Or the box, excuse me. But that's okay. Okay, first, I guess, not to get too distracted, there are 3 punch boards. They are just different locations that you will be placing your birds on. On the back are the different categories. There's basic tiles, creature tiles, special tiles. And then these bird ones are player turn order, and they're pretty thick. 3 millimeters would be my guess. They feel really nice. The artwork is very pretty. And I think the player that has the majority at the location will win the points at the top, then second most, and then third most, I believe. Haven't read the rulebook yet, but have watched a playthrough, but it's been a while, probably a year. So anyways, there are 3 of those. Some of these pieces, like these, will be replaced by acrylic pieces in the Kickstarter bag that we'll look at in a minute. But there are all of the tiles. The game does have what looks to be a pretty nice insert. Looks like it has a slot for the board. I hope that this will go down a little bit. Feels like it might, actually. And then that should sit pretty nice in there. Has a big well for those tiles that we just looked at. Then there are some cards and some big creature cards. We'll look at those in a minute. Here is the bag, which they've made pretty shallow, but very wide, which is kind of nice. Maybe wish it was black, but maybe, hopefully you can't see. Let me put a couple birds inside there, and let's see if you can tell on the camera what color they are. Hopefully you play with somebody a bit more honest that isn't trying to decipher what colors they're grabbing, but yeah, it looks like you're probably okay. But anyways, there's a baggie for that. And let me put these birds back. So each player, game plays 2 to 5, will have their color of bird. And this tray, I think, comes, right out. So it can just kind of be set by the play area, which is a cool touch. And the birds stack which is also pretty cool. You can see they stack just like so. And on your turn, you will have 2 birds of your color, and then I think 2 more birds of your color will go into the bag, and then you'll draw 2 at random. So you might draw some of your opponent's birds, and you'll get to place them out. So can be a little bit of a mean area control game, but for one that's not incredibly long, I think 45 minutes-ish is what it said on the box. That's totally fine with me. I like a little meanness from time to time. So that's kind of the shtick with these. They're kind of like a soft plastic-y. I mean, not soft, but they don't feel like I don't know. They kind of have a tiny bit of a rubberized give. Feel nice. There are a bunch of those in the 5 different colors. Over here we have acrylic tiles, which might be punch boards in the base game. I'm not 100% sure, but for different animals that we'll look at their cards in a minute. All of these are just kind of floating around here. I'll probably bag them. There are also these, what would you call that? Like a roof? Like a birdhouse. And these can go on certain spots as kind of like a closing of a stack, I believe, so that a stack can't go any higher. So that is their purpose. And then a stack of birds will start, I think, always on one of these nests. I like the design there on the side. It does look like a nest. Let's see if a bird goes on there pretty well. And they totally do. Upside down, do you fall? You probably do. Oh, wow. Even held. How many birds can you get before they fall? This is just me playing with toys now at this point, but hey, this seems worthwhile to check. Hey, we're 3 deep. Ooh, starting to feel a little more wobbly. They actually mount in there pretty good, so hey, we'll take that as a win that we didn't have a fall yet. Okay, so you've got a bunch of those bases. I think there were 10 of them, and a bunch of those roofs, and then bases for the acrylic pieces, like so. Well, let me see. These still have kind of their plastic cover on them to prevent them from scratching, I think, so I don't know how perfectly these will go in yet. But let's see if I can't get one in there. There you go. He's kind of in there. You can see this. What would that be? Type of bird. Is that a pigeon? And we've got an owl. A cat. A fox. And see a couple more. What's that? Did I already say an owl? That looks like an owl. And that one looks like another fox, to be honest. Oh, a squirrel, sorry. I know animals. Okay, and is that all of them that are in here? It does look like it. There are also some of these bigger bases. They have the same slot for the birds on them, so I wonder if there are times where you don't start building on a nest and the birds just kind of go on a base like that. Anyways, so lots of cool looking pieces in there. Oh, I forgot one. There is a scarecrow. And let me make sure I didn't miss any. Oh, I did. I missed a bunch. And a dog. And let's see. I think other than that, it's just a bunch of bases and the birdhouse toppers. So put those back in there. I think I did already show the bee. Okay, let's look at these cards real quick before we open up that other bag. Okay, cards. We've got objectives, and it looks like that is what all of them are. So these are all objective cards. A wise quacker. Oh, are they going to be all puns? It looks like they are. Chirp off the old block. 2 can play at that game. Lord of the Wings. Impeccable. Don't you know that's ill eagle? Sounds like a bit of ostrich. So exciting. Jack of owl trades. Not too much of a bird, and just wing it. Unpheasant and hawkward. Quack the case. Using a crow bar. Stork raven mad. Tweethearts. Hidden in disguise. I have no egrets. Owl by myself. Robbing a bank. I'm gonna cream you. What a comedy hen. Those are funny. They are linen finish, but they're pretty thin. I'll probably sleeve them just to, I don't know, be kind of crazy like I am wont to do. But there are those objective cards. Then, here are the bigger cards that look like they are a player reference for each color. They are double-sided. One side looks like goes over the phases of a round, and the other side is the two-player reference, so that you can know how the game is different at 2 players. So there are 5 of those. And then there are what seems to be just creature cards for those different creature acrylic pieces we just looked at, because all of them behave a little bit differently. Got the squirrel, the bee, the scarecrow, the hawk. Hopefully you can read that text there if you want to know more details about them. The cat, cuckoo bird. I said pigeon, but that makes more sense. Dog, red fox, and the owl. Okay, skipped over this really quickly, but this is the fountain board. It is double-sided. Looks like this side is for 4 to 5 players. This side is for 2 to 3. I think this acts as like the point track, the round tracker, and is kind of a central place that everyone will be, I think you probably score these different amounts of points based on the level here or something. Not 100% sure, but anyways, there is that board. So that's everything, I believe. I think we looked at everything in the base box of Perch. This pack here, I don't know if this will be available to purchase separately on Inside Up's website, or if it is truly Kickstarter exclusive. I'm not sure, but let's look at these as well. I'll slide the box out of the way just for a minute so we can look at these. Okay, so it looks like there are 3 more creature cards. Got BIRD, Bird HQ, kind of like a robot bird. A giant worm. Some Dune vibes going on there. And a Yeti with an ice shack. Okay. I love those. There are the associated creature tiles, because depending on which creature you play with, they have a tile as well. So here's the one for the robot bird, the one for the giant worm, and the one for the Yeti. Okay, what else do we have in here? Got some cards. Here's a little flyer that explains the expansion rules and the different abilities and contents of that. And the backside. Okay. And let's look at these other objective cards. Looks like there are 5 new objective cards and 5 flock abilities. Flock ability, low flyer, golden goose, you get a golden egg. Eagle of Justice. So I'm assuming these are kind of like a asymmetric player power. In a foul mood. And egret nothing. Those are those. And the extra objective cards. Exercise your brain. Rough tweetment. Foul play. Poultry in motion. And manipulating the stork market. Puns all day. All right, and then other than that, there's a bunch of acrylic pieces in here. Like I mentioned, the turn order pieces are replaced with acrylic instead of, you can replace them with the cardboard tokens that are in the game. So there's 5 of those with the different values on them. Let's put those ones out here. Here are those 3. And then there's a bunch more bases for these creatures. There is the giant worm. Does look like a sandworm. Love that. These ones are bigger, it seems like. The robot bird. And the Yeti. Like those quite a bit. Plop those in with the others. And then what else do we got? You've got upgraded acrylic pieces for these lightning pieces instead of the, again, cardboard tokens for those. Here is that golden egg if you're playing with that flock power. Some more bases. It looks like the sandworm might also have a tail. So he must have 2 places that are important for him. An upgraded, this must be an acrylic round marker. These are acrylic point trackers. Again, they just replace these round ones over here that are cardboard. They have the different player colors birds, and on the back, they have a 60 plus for if you make it all the way around the score track. And I think that's everything in there. Yep, it is. All right, well, that's going to do it then for this unboxing of Perch with the Kickstarter goodies. Let me know if you have played this game, maybe in a prototype state, or if you're getting this delivered to you soon as well. And thanks so much for watching this unboxing here on Gaming Top Down. And until next time, see you later. Thank you so much for watching this video. As most of you know, Gaming Top Down is an independent endeavor. I don't accept money from publishers for previews or opinion-related content. But there are a few ways that you can support the channel and help me keep the lights on. Liking this video and subscribing to the channel helps me to grow. If you're thinking of getting a game that I covered in this video, please click the affiliate link in the description of this video. It helps to support me and doesn't add any cost to your purchase. I also do a weekly gaming podcast where I talk about the board games that I'm playing along with my brother. You can check that out on Apple's podcasts and on Spotify. And you can also get that podcast 3 days early over on our Patreon. You can follow the Patreon at patreon.com/supergamebrothers completely for free. But if you do support us over there, you get some extra perks like being able to write into the show, getting early access to the show, voting on the games that I'm going to cover and review, and lots of other fun stuff. Thanks so much for your support, for liking and commenting on my videos. You really are what helped keep the lights on for me. Thank you.